What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Tonight's video is part 7 of movies that I did not review. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. We are on the road to 100 subscribers. Thank you all to those that have subscribed so far. And without further ado, let's get into the video. As you can tell from the title, we are officially reviewing Kung Fu Panda 4, which was released earlier this year. Now, in this film, you see Po ultimately have to decide who his successor would be and ultimately who the Staff of Wisdom would be passed to. Now, during this journey, you still see the animated Po. You see Po really struggle with having to give up his Staff of Wisdom and the power, but he's ultimately being told that it needs to be passed down. Now, with this, he meets Zhen, and Zhen starts to kind of build the trust of Po and kind of makes Po believe that she can be trusted. Well, what Po doesn't realize is that Zhen is leading him to a place where he is going to meet a shapeshifter that strikes fear into everybody around. And I think that's where the movie really kicks off. Now, in this film, when you're looking at Po, I believe that this is my favorite Kung Fu Panda movie of the series. I actually enjoyed it. It's the first one that I've seen in theaters. And what I really enjoyed about it was there was enough comedy in it that made it enjoyable for kids, teenagers, and even adults. Now, in this film, I think it's really interesting to see all of the forms that the shapeshifter took. But I really think the one aspect that stood out the most was seeing how people change. And I think that's where Po kind of wanted to see or wanted to go, and what he was able to see, that ultimately Zhen realized that the decisions she was making were not good. And so Zhen decides to help Po in keeping the Staff of Wisdom and keeping the power where it is. Now, in this situation, you see members of the past movies come into play. Po, the shapeshifter, wants to take all of their power, make sure that they're unable to come back. But more importantly, the shapeshifter wants all of their powers to defeat any challenge that could come her way. And ultimately, with the help of Po, Zhen is able to stop the shapeshifter from gaining complete power. At the end of this movie, you see what happens. You see Po finally accept that he has to pass down his role, and Zhen is chosen. Now, overall in this movie, I actually really enjoyed it. This movie did make my top 4 or 5 PG movies of the year, and I feel like it's still there. This movie is now on Peacock. You can watch it for free if you're subscribed. I've watched it a couple times since it was released there. And ultimately, this movie is around a 4.5 out of 5. I enjoyed it. It made my top PG movie list for a reason. And it is a movie I think anybody in all ages can enjoy. So if you have not seen Kung Fu Panda 4, I highly recommend it. Go watch it on Peacock. Go buy the DVD. Purchase it. It is a movie that is thoroughly enjoyable. Remember, hit the subscribe button below. Follow me on all the social medias, and I'll talk to you later.